Hey. All right. I'm putting my stuff back down. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Wow. We had a trip to Winnipeg and had seen my oncologist. And well, things are things. Um, we went down and tried to do some shopping, but here in Manitoba, we have been put under code red, and only essential things are able to you're able to purchase right now in Manitoba. So food, currently, um, winter clothing in the north. Um, so didn't get much done. It's my son's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Zeke. Um, so yeah, we tried to go a little early to do a little bit of the Black Friday shopping stuff, and because with everything going on, you gotta save a little bit of money. May as well, right? And even if you don't have anything going on, save money if you can. Um, so we went down there. Couldn't really do a lot of visiting because, well, you're not allowed to go see people, blah blah. Unfortunately, so we tried to do a little shopping, couldn't do that. So it was a trip. We did get to see my oncologist. This was my first time since I started my chemo. If you remember, I seen my oncologist before my chemo started, my very first chemo thing by 2 hours. So I seen him, and then I had chemo a few hours later. So I had to see him because my meds are changing. They're taking me off of the harsh one. It's just part of the plan. It always was. Nothing's wrong. Nothing. Blah blah blah. So they are taking me off of the one. Don't ask me to say names because Lord Jesus, I will butcher it, and you will never understand what I'm trying to say. I won't even try to understand or even understand what I'm trying to say. So, what they are doing is I do 4 rounds with this one med, and it's more of a harsher med, harder on the heart and stuff. So I've done those 4 rounds. Those 4 rounds are done. So he needed to see. So then I had to go down. I seen him, and he's feeling around, and goes Amanda. Goes, where was that lump again? So I showed him right here, like where I found it. So he's pushing and he's rubbing, well, not rubbing, but doing the exam and everything. And he's, oh, that's all he says. So he's pushing and trying to feel in like harder and in deeper and stuff. And wow, I just made that sound so not good. I don't mean it like that, honestly. He was doing his job very professional. Um, so we're talking, and he's asking how my smoking was going. I told him I quit. It was a few days after my last appointment with him, which was 2 months ago. Um, and he was all excited because I quit smoking and everything. And then he he brought up my heart rate, or my blood pressure was a little low. But I didn't drink my first well, I did, but I drank only half on my way to the appointment. I don't like taking drinks or food in because you never know if someone has to fast for their thing, and I don't want to sit there and rub it in their face that I'm eating and they can't, or drinking and they can't. So, oh, excuse me. So I didn't have quite all my coffee into me, and I said, well, maybe it's because I didn't have my coffee. So we're still doing the breast exam, and he's still kind of puzzled and pushing in a little harder, and he goes, are you sure that's where it was? I said, well, yeah. I said, like me and you both found it. I said, everyone can find it. I said, and even when I started the chemo, remember I called down because it was so bloody big, you were able to just see it. I said, it was right there. So he finished off with the breast exam, tells me to get dressed, and he goes, well, Amanda, I got some good news. Actually, I have some excellent news for you. Okay? I said, well, or he goes, well, you or we cannot find the mass. So I'm like, oh my God. Well, remember, I couldn't find it, but I'm not a professional. So, he couldn't even find it either. So now he told me I deserve that bloody coffee. He wasn't worried about my blood pressure because I don't have the wasn't lightheaded or anything. It's like I was scared to go see him. What if things got worse? What if me and my stupid what ifs. I gotta stop my what ifs. And so we couldn't find the mass. That means we're on the right track. The chemo is working. We did know the difference, like with my other breast exams that I had here in Thompson. We noticed the difference. It dropped down to 3.5 to 2 to 2.5 centimeters out of every chemo. And my last chemo, I never had it done because it was a new doctor, and everybody measures different. So what if like the doctor that I seen before seeing the 2.5 centimeters, and then this one here seen 5 centimeters, because everybody just measures different. It's not like a ruler. They just you know so well, my oncologist did with the first time, and well, this time there was no ruler because there was no lump to measure. So we're on the right track. We're getting it. It's going. Unfortunately, I still have to get chemo, but it's only 4 more. Only 4 more. And now with this new med, I do not have to, or this new med is a lot easier on the body, not hard on my heart. Thank God, because a lot of I was born with a hole in my heart. I was really worried about my heart. My heart pulled through. Thank God. And now I'm on a less a less sorry, I'm kind of a med that's not going to cause so much damage to my heart. So, and on top of everything, I do not need my morning pills, because on days 1 through 4, remember, day 1 is the day of chemo, and up to day 4 is like days is after your chemo. Okay, so days 1, 2, 3, and 4, I needed to take, oh God, so many pills just for nausea. And so he told me hi Mare, hi Rhonda. Um, he told me I don't have to take those anymore. And I was like, well, what the hell am I gonna do in the mornings from 1 through 4? Because like that was pretty much my whole morning. My pills lined up on the table and little shot glasses, just bang, 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 bang. And and he goes, well, you're gonna have to figure something out. So he told me that me and my body deserved my coffee. So I took it up a step and had a big thing of taco time and soft tacos. I had 3 tacos and my little supreme nacho things, and yeah. And they so things are going in the right direction. I do need to still take my last 4 treatments of chemo because there's this what if, right? Because they could, what if they've missed something? The last bit of chemo will help keep bringing it down. What if the mass was just so small we can't feel it, and it could start growing again? So that is going to keep bringing it down. And you know what? I really don't care as long as it keeps kicking the lump's ass. And it did. It did. And I was so excited because I said, well, like, what now? Like, what's gonna come after everything? Sorry. Um, like, he said, well, he figures my surgeons are gonna message me. Yeah, because I just sent a text message. They're gonna start calling within a month. I am so scared for the surgery. I don't care if I get cut wide open. Like, they know what they're doing once they're inside. It's the anesthetic. The anesthetic scares me. I've had issues with anesthetic before, but he reassured me because I was 5, hole in my heart. I had dental work. I had to be in Winnipeg for it. So I told him, I said, like, I had issues. I had dental surgery, and I couldn't, like, I had a hard time waking up. Like, I did. Well, obviously, I woke up, but they had a hard time waking me up. And he said, things are done so different. Everything's so monitored. Don't worry, Amanda. He said, with the fact that you've quit smoking for almost 2 months now, and your my diet has been pretty good, except for the last while ish. I was slacking. I'm not gonna slack no more. And the fact that I'm starting to take care of myself, he has no doubt. So am I worried? Yeah, but I'm not as worried. Yeah, like he said, things are done way different from back then because, well, that was a long time ago. And so, and it's true, like they do have a lot of new technologies and stuff. Yeah, they, I asked them what's gonna happen. I said, like, what's gonna happen? Like, is everything just gonna be done? Because I've been going almost in a way over my head with, I went back to school, I got my grade 12, COVID hit, or going back to school and almost working a full-time job. Then COVID hit. I was still doing my schooling, helping my oldest so he would graduate, and homeschooling my youngest and working full time. I even took on extra hours when COVID hit. And I pretty much had not even, I don't even think it was like a full month without something crazy going on. Like all the schools, jobs, COVID. Well, COVID was there, but it wasn't as bad, especially up here in the north. Like we didn't have like a so um and then I found that lump, and then it would just like, yeah, there was a lot of waiting, but there was a lot of, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you gotta prepare it and everything. Ma'am, uh, thank you for the follow. You just made me feel so old. Thanks. um, so, so I am, and there's nothing to be sorry for. I'm hoping to help people, and my videos have been helping people, and I am learning so much. And but yeah, it's wow. I was called ma'am. uh, So, um, but yeah, so like everything was always go, go, go. And I am now, I'm even more paranoid when everything is done. But he assured me not everything's done. I'm still gonna have to, I'm still gonna have to do all these checkups, and they will want to keep a close eye on me because, well, with everything going on, right? Like, because they do say if you have one cancer, it's actually easier, not easier, but you're more likely to get another cancer later down the road. So they will be watching me for that. So yeah, um, and then I have the surgery. They tell me the surgery, if everything goes well, it will be 15 to 16 weeks off work. Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, sitting around doing nothing. I'm gonna go crazy. So we had planned. So back in August, when I met my surgeon, she had said in about 4 months' time. Now I roughed it out to be January, February. Yeah, I feel a little old now. And that makes me feel alive, and that's kind of a good thing. Um, so they in about 4 months' time, and back then I roughed it, January, February. So I called UCN here in Thompson, and there's actually a course I'm want to take. It's a bit of money, and with me being forced back to part time because of my cancer and stuff, and COVID and everything, I'm gonna work on it. But there is a course that actually is gonna fall in the timeline of my surgery and the time that I need off for my surgery. So I think I'm gonna take this course, or try to take this course for my surgery while I'm off on my surgery, and it's gonna work out great because, well, not that COVID's great, but you have to find a silver lining in everything. Okay, my silver lining with cancer, I still haven't had to shave these bad boys in a long time. So my silver lining with the cancer and the chemo, silver lining with COVID and my surgery, I'll be able to lay in that bed, do my online classes because everything is online because of the COVID, and I can better myself and still be on my bed rest while I do these courses. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at with everything. I got fantastic news. Oh, cancer claims a lot of people. I'm sorry about your grandpa. The only really learn from it, and now to check yourself, and you kind of know the signs, and with cancer being in your line or your family, you know chances are your chances are a little higher, unfortunately. But now you can check yourself, the signs, and you know you can learn from your grandpa, and keep him in your thoughts, and he'll always be with you, right? um so anyway, they I still have to get my needle. Ugh. My husband still has to give me my needle after my 24 hours of chemo. I was hoping to get away with it, no, because that sucks. But you got to do what you got to do. And so whatever, it's 4 more needles. I can suck it up. People have it a lot worse, and always I do have two boys. I'm almost 40. I've had three aunts with the same kind of cancer that I have now. So unfortunately, it is in our, I call it our family curse. Yes. I was also, or I am also working with, oh, it's not a charity group. It is, it's called Ruby. They do research in on breast cancer for that develops in younger women, because all my whole family, or I can't say my whole family, but my aunts that had the breast cancer also were really young too. So I'm working with that, and will help, hopefully help find out more about breast cancer and how they can prevent it in younger women. And that's another thing, dude. That's a good point. Like, I don't have that lump. Ruby wanted my lump. I wonder what they're gonna do now, because they kind of need that to dissect or do whatever they want to do with it. My chemo is working for me. My chemo schedule was um, around a chemo every 2 weeks, and they I get, I'm sorry, but I can't remember names. But I take the one chemo med 4 times, and then I already had 4 rounds of chemo. Now, chemo didn't really make me feel all yucky and sick and stuff. It made me a lot really spacey. It's My side effects with chemo was I was really spacey. I got shaky. Um, I lost my hair, which wasn't the downside. Believe you me, I hate hair. And oh boy, I got the mouth sores. And they, like, for the nauseated stuff, they from days one through 4, they gave me so much so much meds to fight the nausea. Uh, the main things I noticed with my chemo so far was that I'm in bed so much earlier. And days 2, 3, I am lazy. And if I take a nap, the nap wouldn't help. So there was just no point. And after that, like, I feel almost normal. Like right now, like I feel like a dog with the peanut butter on the top of his roof, the roof of his mouth. Mwah, mwah. So you'll see me do that quite often. Um, so kind of like a dry mouth almost. But I think I handled chemo all right. Yeah, I wish it would work for everybody though. But that's the thing. They're trying new things every time, or all the time. So hopefully they can actually just find a cure that cures all cancers, not in just some people. Sometimes. Um. So yeah, I have 4 more rounds of chemo left on this new med. That's not going to kick the crap out of my heart. I am. I am so excited. I haven't researched all the side effects of this new med. My oncologist did tell me I'm gonna go numb in my hands, but when I was younger, I froze my hands really bad. So now, even in +5 weather, my hands go numb. So where's the difference? They're just gonna be numb a lot longer than a few days. So, and maybe it might even just be a few days. I don't know. I get my new med on the 2nd of December. So, and it'll be administered a lot longer. So I'll be actually in with the chemo girls, chemo nurses. I think they were saying 4.5 hours, which is alright because they're great. I like going in there. I get excited when I get to go see them, and got a good relationship with them. They're cute and bubbly and chirpy. So um yeah, so that was my big update. So next I gotta go back and see. He wants to see me again in January. Uh, and then I have to. I'll be hearing from my surgeons within a month. He figures. He doesn't know exactly, but that's what he figures, and I know they cahoot. So, um, be hearing from them soon. And then I gotta do the big scary part, the surgery. And yeah, he when he told me that me and my body deserved that coffee, I didn't even have coffee. I much prefer fountain pop. So when we went to Taco Time, I had my fountain pop. Uh, oh, crap. Yeah, that would have been cool to get into, is the cell or the biology of all that. Um, I when I discovered it, it was really small. Like I could hold it like this. I didn't have a measuring tape, so I discovered it like this. It was able to fit right in that little hole. And by the time all like my ultrasound and down to the surgeon and stuff, or the autopsy, biopsy, sorry, um, they it was a stage 2 grade 3 breast cancer. So it was still really low stage yet, but within I had to wait 6 weeks for my ultrasound. Then they sent me to Winnipeg for the biopsy, which was not even 2 weeks, I think. And it had grown so big, like I had to, like split my fingers way apart. And at that point, it was when I got down there, they measured it. It was 4.5 centimeters long. So like it grew like fast. So it's more of an more of aggressive cancer than it is at the or the aggression of it was better, or was higher than what the actual stage was. So thank you. I wish there was more studies about cancer and ways to discover it or signs of it. So yeah, things are gonna start moving fast again, and gonna get pretty scary again, I think. But keeps me on my toes, I guess. I'm gonna get off now. Thanks everyone for coming in and seeing and or hearing about the updates. So everything's going good this far. I still yet will have to go through tests to make sure there's no other cancers or anything else. Um, Make sure that this is gone, because now I'll have to do tests, and then like we won't know for sure until after the surgeons are done doing what they're gonna do and all my tests. So it's still, I'm not cancer free, but the mass is gone, the mass that they were working on. So, and hoping to keep it gone now for till I'm done my surgery and they can get everything out. So yes, that's how all that's gonna go. not cancer free, but I'm in a, or I guess the mass took a big step in the right direction because he was expecting it to be that fast for it to be gone. So thanks everyone. Remember, take care of the tatas. Love you all.